Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for once again joining us right here on the #1 rated business show for this special series talking about relationships. Tonight will be part 2 of the fight that started last week, I guess you would say. Joining us to the conversation today, we got the one and only Dr. P in the house with us.
Good evening, Dr. P.
We got the millionaire maker and fashion mogul herself, Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud.
Hello.
We got the relationship expert in here tonight. The coach, y'all heard, me and him done got into it before, so y'all already know what's fitting to go down with that
He
one.
made Kevin cry.
Jimmy Rogers. Did I cry this show?
No.
Thank you so much.
He did.
Anyway, and the hater.
You didn't share
the one and only, the real deal, Jeff Beale in the house.
I'm living the single
Forever.
life.
You're going to be single forever, too, because you're a hater. But that's all right. So tonight we had a whole bunch. We just had so many questions and so many comments and so many DMs. Girl, I don't do that. All right, but y'all don't know it's grown folk
Always
business.
got. He need to stay off that fish. Plenty of.
But
Remember, he's pimping.
but I renounced
Divorce
pimping. I'm through
and
with pimping.
pimping.
I renounced the pimping. Okay, I'm through.
Divorce and
I'm through.
pimping.
I'm just gonna be toxic by myself. All
Yeah.
right. Anyway, so tonight
All right.
Okay.
is relationship.
Coach,
That's a step
can't
toward the
wait.
right direction. Acknowledge.
If he really
Yeah.
means it.
Yeah,
If he
he
really
needs-
If he means it.
He
If
need to be
means
by
it.
himself.
But we are
wow.
trying to dig into this conversation of relationships. Like I say, it's one of those type of things that everybody goes through and everybody's so interested in. So tonight is part 2 from the conversation that we started on Monday night. So what we talking about tonight, one of the things that big comment that everybody wanted to know, what's acceptable this day and age in relationships? When it comes to dating, when it comes to marriage, what is now acceptable? Because now we live in a little bit newer society. A lot of folks doing a lot of things. Everybody want to be free on a sexual level. Everybody want to be free in their relationships. Some folks having open marriages and all these different type things. So we want to dig into what is now acceptable in a relationship.
I's free.
And Jeff's commitment issues.
I's free.
We need to figure out why Jeff can't commit to nothing.
And why he keeps going to McDonald's.
Sick.
I need to know
That's
if
where he
you gonna
wants to
ride or
take people
die.
on the first
Jimmy
date.
Self talked about the ride or die. And
So-
if they go to McDonald's with me, they dying. But we gonna ride and die.
Together. But Jimmy, if you would start to give us a little bit of basis of your background and a little bit about how you approach relationships this day and age. And I brought him in. I know it looked like we stacking the deck. We not. Because this man is very, very fair on both sides of the coin. He ain't gonna let nobody get away with nothing. So, Jimmy, I'm gonna give the floor to you.
Well, let me start out with your question. I would have to say the couple would determine what's good for their relationship. Baseline.
Okay.
Now, if you want to talk about what's going to make a healthy relationship, you cannot avoid setting certain principles and standards. For instance, what is a standard? There will be no seeing other people while we're dating each other.
Yeah, Jeff don't agree with that stand.
Agree.
And the reason that I say that and the reason that that's important, because you show me any relationship where you have a person juggling, let's just say a guy juggling multiple women, but he's dating a specific woman. He's never giving her a fair shot at becoming the woman that she could become to be in an exclusive relationship with.
Okay.
him. Because he's not being fair. He's
Right.
too busy entertaining, and because here's what this was best said to me years ago. They said, Jimmy, most of us are trying to build a person out of multiple people.
Wow.
I said that.
No, you did not, sir.
You know,
Was that a man that said that? Most of us are trying to build.
a man actually said that.
Okay.
He said, Jimmy, as it relates to
Okay.
men, he says a man find that woman that will meet his emotional needs. And then he'll have a woman over there that meets his physical needs.
Did I not say that Monday?
Then he got a woman over there that'll kind of build his ego, and he has He said, so we're trying to build a perfect woman by using all the other women.
I'm taking you on the road with me, Jimmy. I'm taking you on the road with me.
And what do women do? Because I don't think that we do that.
Oh,
Women
women
do that.
definitely do that.
With multiple men?
Yes,
Really?
they have a handyman. They have a finance man.
Yes.
They have a man for emotional needs. They have a man to make them laugh. They have a sexual man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we know. And I played all those roles.
I just
So
played
I
the
know.
sexual man, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I
I don't agree a woman has that.
Hey, that was told to me by a woman. That was literally told to me as a youngin'.
No, because I'm this way. Whatever that man needs, he should find it all within me. And my thing is, why do I need to go have this man for the pool man,
listen
the
to what
grocery
you just
man,
said.
the handyman? I mean, that's a whole lot of people you got to keep up with.
Remember, we're trying to remember what's true, not what's true in your experience.
Talk to him.
No, I'm just
Jimmy.
talking
Check
about
him on
what's
the
true
road.
is
So you're telling
you
me
don't need
women
all
are
the men
dating
and men.
in this day and time, multiple men
Is
to meet the
needs.
to meet her needs.
Yes.
That is true.
And here's the thing. No, here's
That
the
is
funny
true.
part. No. Let me clarify.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I like
Let
to
me
know.
clarify.
That sounds a little bizarre.
And this is the
Now,
funny
I've been
part.
married for 15
No,
years,
this is the
but
funny
things
part.
have really changed.
No,
Really?
this is the funny part. Y'all don't consider it dating though. Y'all have a guy that's a friend that you
Right.
call all the time that wants to be your man, but you won't let
And
him be
you
your
know he
man.
wants to be your
But
man.
you're like, oh, he's just a friend to me, and you use him. You got another guy that always has the truck, so he's the handyman. He don't know it. He come
yeah.
around all the time. See,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
never classified as your man.
Ooh, that's a
And
lot
then you
of
have the
energy.
dude that comes around at night. He usually ain't about nothing, but his sex is tight. And so he comes around for the sex. But then you got a guy that all of a sudden you need some money, and he's always coming around, take you out to nice places,
That's
pay
the sugar
this,
daddy.
pay
Oh, yeah.
that.
That's the sugar
and that's
daddy.
true. That's for real.
No, it's real talk.
Because that ain't
It's
married
real
women.
talk.
No,
But
I
y'all
don't-
never
it's
let
not
these
married
guys
women.
classify
It's gotta be a
themselves.
single
They
woman.
never are classified as your man.
Exactly.
And then you have your man that you complain to your dude that listens, and he's up here talking about, I don't really want to hear, but I'm trying to get in there. So I
Exactly.
listen to you talk about
So I'm
your
gonna sit
other
back and
man
listen. Yup.
problems, your relationship issues, and I'll listen to you because one day you'll cry on my shoulder and you'll be mine, which will never
I
come.
want the camera
I done
to
told
zoom
you.
in on that face
I done
expression
told you
right
stop messing around with the women on the south
I'm
side.
talking about
Apparently,
My
he's
life,
been
my
one of
life,
those
my
men.
life.
Hearing.
Well,
Apparently, you've been one of those men.
okay.
I've been
So-
all
so-
five of those men.
Thank y'all so much for
ladies-
joining us right here on
ladies,
Instagram.
Let me ask you all a question.
Oh my God.
Who can best identify a man? A woman or a man?
Woo!
Well, a man knows.
A man knows a man.
knows
So
a
if
man's
we have
game.
played all of those roles, you trying to tell me we were playing them for ourselves?
I've been the dude to take the little girl's books to a
It sounds like vindication coming
I was a
tonight.
nice
Maybe this
guy.
is a male perspective.
It sounds like
Really?
vindication
Because-
tonight.
No,
See,
the
when you
girl
use the
know
word-
that
when
you like them.
When you use
Oh,
the
yeah.
word perspective, that minimizes that it's true. You're trying to say, "Oh no, that's just your view." No, it's
Well,
women
I have
out there.
some feedback from some of the viewers.
Yes, please. I would
hear
like
what
to hear
some
this.
of them are saying. Okay?
Yes.
So someone said, "Sheesh, maybe y'all are slightly correct." Then another person said, "Well, when I was in my 20s, yes, but not maturity and settle-minded. Divorced now. All I really need is one man that is the complete package deal."
Right.
That is what someone said.
listen, I commend her because she has matured.
Yeah,
Right.
but
So then
And
you
we're
guys
not
are
talking-
talking about immature people. because-
No, we talking about what's out there,
No, no,
and
no.
all of us have to deal with anybody that's out here in this dating world. You gonna deal with a little bit of everything.
But they're still immature. It's still immaturity, right? And the two ladies that just answered, the one that said she's like, oh, they know. Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty
we
much.
know.
But I like the part that says that
In
you
my
just
20s.
no the maturity.
Right.
Then this other woman said, she's at a mature stage.
Yes.
Because if someone's immature, yes, they're gonna have the cook, the baker, the candlestick maker. I
But
mean,
hold on, let me be
that's
clear
a-
too. And you know,
But that's
we
real
like to
though.
believe,
It's real.
It sounds more like a male perspective.
I know,
It
it's
doesn't
just-
Right, it's a
really
male,
sound
yeah.
like a woman's
Remember I said in
perspective.
the I said before, I said a lot of us have drawn a picture of ourselves in our head that we don't really live in reality.
That's
right?
true.
Like I'll present this in public, but behind closed doors, I know Rob likes me.
Because I can tell
don't
you.
like Rob.
I
but
can
Rob
tell you.
provides something that I need.
Exactly. I can
And
tell
I'm
you
gonna
every
use
girl
Rob to get
has
that until
multiple
I can find it
friends that are
somewhere.
male friends,
Yeah, they
but
do.
they don't even classify them of it because they're like, oh no, that couldn't be me.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
there is a
but
difference
here's the
in
thing.
having a friend.
No,
and
here's the
having
thing.
somebody that you're in a
Here's the thing.
relationship with.
If you were to take those same 5 friends, right, and we take them away from that person, and we sit and have drinks at the bar and be like, yeah, so what do you think about that person? Oh yeah, you know, I like her. How long you like her? I've liked her for years, but you know, she don't see me like that.
Right.
And you be like, why are you still around? Well,
we call
part.
We call it the friend zone.
See what I'm saying? And it's the funny part.
Okay, so let me ask you this: before you got married, you didn't put nobody in the friend zone.
Oh, I put a lot of folks in the friend zone. I had a
but you knew.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
But see,
And see, guys do it too. But see, guys are more open with theirs. Guys do know girls that some guys. Guys know that girls like them. They know a girl that cooks. And I'll go over there to get some food. I know a girl that's willing to cake.
I used to have a stable like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but we know it, and we own up to it.
But
we
will
own up
admit
to it.
Women trying to deny that.
Yeah, we own up. We like.
I remember at one time I had 7 good mornings hit me every morning.
Maybe when you're single,
Lord
maybe that's a strategy to
Must
have
be,
multiple
'cause-
different people. Okay, you got a bench. All right, fine. However, I do believe once
They got a bench.
A bitch.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I'm like,
six
Right.
man. That was,
Yeah, same thing.
We got some reservists over there.
All right, let have the flow.
But I do believe that once you are in a mature relationship,
Yes, all that
and
you
you
said.
are mature in the way you think, I don't think that you need multiple people.
I agree with
Right,
you.
you
But we're
don't.
not talking about mature people.
Well, see,
You
I'm
talking about
married.
immature
Now,
people
let-
that are
let's
not
do this,
married.
though.
Okay, all right, I can see something like that. But you're not
Let's
at that
take it here
point.
though. Seeing how we own this conversation. How do we get to a mature relationship?
Oh,
And-
someone
and
said
what
they're
is-
no longer cooking for a man that's uncommitted anymore.
Hello,
But I
somebody.
did.
I don't need you to
But
cook
I
for
know
me.
a friend that will.
I'm a gourmet chef.
I know
okay?
a friend that
They wrote a
will.
song about it called The Cleanup Man.
Now.
And you remember that song? It's the clean up
Now, hold on,
woman.
hold on, before we get
And
on
a
track.
woman too.
What does in
the
2022?
cleanup woman. I know
seriously,
one of them.
What does
Oh.
a mature relationship look like? Because I've dated and I've been out there and all this type of stuff. And,
You
and
have
don't get
been
me
out
wrong,
there.
broken people. A lot of times we end up finding broken people, and I had to find out for myself I was broken.
Because we're energy.
But
we draw to
Where you
us.
get that?
what
Yeah,
we
you
are.
draw that energy that you radiated out. I mean,
But how in this day and age, you know, wanting to date, wanting to move to that level of getting married again and this type of thing, how do you find that mature relationship? Because number one, it's hard to meet folks at our age. It really is.
For you.
Why?
Well, no, it's not for me. I met all the wrong folks. But but it's kind of hard to find folks.
Well, let me
Why?
answer that. It's very, very simple. We tend to, they say birds of a feather flock together.
Okay.
We are energy. We draw
Say it.
yes.
who
Say
we
it.
are to us.
There
Preach.
you go.
But we will lie and say it's something wrong with them. But actually, no, that's who you are.
Okay.
Why else would they be drawn to you so frequently?
I've been reading our text yesterday.
That's who you are. That's why that's being drawn to you, right?
Right.
You said it. You admitted it. Broken people attract
Attract
broken
broken
people.
No, I'm with you on that.
Well, how do you in this day and age find, right? You don't have to find, just become. And then it will be drawn
On to you.
Wow.
Now, that's
Once
some
you
good stuff.
heal,
That's some good stuff
Wow.
right there. That's
Heal.
good.
You attract who
you
you
will
are.
attract healed people.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that unhealed people won't be attracted
My
to you.
toxicity level at least down to 30% though.
But no.
I'm just saying, I'm getting better. I am getting better.
Listen to me in all
Lord.
seriousness. When we are healed, we attract unhealed people too.
Right.
But you're no longer attracted to them.
Right.
Because you can see that they're
They're
not
broken.
healed.
And
No,
they're
I'm with you on
broken.
that.
I am not a doctor.
Hello. Preach.
I am not God. I don't have the capacity.
I don't have the time,
to
boo-boo.
fix something in you that
Preach.
you're not willing to fix yourself.
Thank you.
Wow.
Because that's a lot of
don't-
energy I'm taking. That's too much energy.
Listen, people are living miserable relationships because
Yeah.
they're in a relationship with someone that is broken and they're trying to do the job of healing.
They're trying to
You
fix them up.
cannot
Yeah.
make a person happy.
Unless they want to.
They call it trauma bonding. That's what they call it.
yeah.
You
You
can't.
always share
You can't be
yourself
happy
with
unless you
Jimmy
want to
got
be
my
happy.
Sally makers. He's teaching up in here, boy. What's your
But now, one thing I did find out here dating and this type of stuff, what ends up happening when you got your own issues, that person starts to mirror them issues back to yourself.
Yeah.
And you start to see, damn, I used to be like that. Or damn, that's what's wrong with me. Or, all these
And
different
then they
things.
become too much for you.
Right.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
you don't end up staying
Right.
with them.
Right.
It draws all your energy.
They're like
It
your
just-
rebound.
Right. And you don't need somebody that's going to just take you backwards. You want someone to take you forward because it just sucks all the energy out of them. Like,
So I want to ask you a question. You said that it's hard to find people, but the male to female ratio is so disproportionate.
Let me rephrase that.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
There are a lot of very quality women that I know.
Yes.
That are looking for quality men, and they're having a hard time finding men that want to commit.
I don't have a problem with the commitment though.
My number is 678-906.
Just the commitment part.
You don't want to take on the title.
How
do you feel?
We've already talked about
I want y'all to impress me enough to take on the title. He's quick to give a title. I ain't quick to give the title. You got to fight for that title.
Like in my case, Jimmy, people told me I intimidate them.
You probably do.
Because of who I am, what I bring to the table. And I feel like step up to the plate. Don't allow what's going on, what I got going on, stop you. But I don't understand.
You shouldn't even say that man to step up to the plate.
I mean, why should I be?
He's not the player for your team.
That's what I'm saying. So my thing is, why do people continue? Well, you intimidate me. Well, what am I supposed to do? Cut my legs off because I'm tall?
See, let me.
Help me
Girl, you better get your Patrick Ewing in your life.
Let me help you.
So help her.
Help her, Jimmy.
Okay.
Let's talk to
you
someone
should
like
never dim your light.
Thank you.
To appease someone else.
Thank you.
The guy for you is going to have a big enough light that your light won't hurt his light.
Preach. That's what I'm talking about.
But she's having a hard time finding.
Yeah,
but she shouldn't be looking. The Bible says a man that findeth
a wife findeth a good thing.
And I say a woman that findeth a man.
That's why I'm gonna be like.
Not her job.
That's why I'm gonna be like Ruth. I am going to continue to lead and be of service.
And when Mr. Right.
Boom, I love it.
Well, that's a really good philosophy. I get that. However, many women have been ladies in waiting for years.
Okay.
And they're waiting and waiting. When
it's finna get ugly.
When are we gonna
so let me just say this to your followers. I'm gonna look at your phone.
Thank you.
I'm
just playing devil's advocate because I'm
to those who consider themselves to be ladies in waiting. Mm-hmm. I am a firm believer that the Creator God is not going to let you wait too long when you're actually ready to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Because trust me, if you are a lady in wait, there's a good man in wait. The question is, are you really as prepared as you think you are, or have you made up some ideological man that you will only accept? What if the man God has for you is not packaged like you want him? You know all the qualifications you put: 6 foot tall. He got to be dark. He got to be. He got to make 6 figures, and you don't make 6 figures. You got to live in a gated community, and you don't live in a with your mama. I mean, so sometimes what God has for us is not packaged the way that we've described it.
A man that'll take you to McDonald's.
We're still in wait.
Why you keep going to McDonald's, Lord?
Talk to him, man.
But I do like what you said, because I used to always gonna be very transparent about myself. I want to be married. And I paid a heavy price when I got to that, because I settled and just accepted anything. But now the dynamics of where I am right now, it's like, it's like now I am saying I said, Lord, prepare me to be with the man that you so desire for me to be. And as you prepare me, prepare him. So when it does come about, we're both at the level where we know God wants us to be. And again, I say I don't have to search, and he'll come looking for me. I changed the dynamics of my speaking, because in the Bible it tells you about you change it by the renewing of your mind and the way you speak. That's right.
Is in your tongue.
And that has helped me. I don't know about anybody. It has helped me to see things in a different perspective. Yes. And that's why I know right now I say, okay, because I'm in a different way.
Jimmy, I matured. I got a question for Jimmy though. What happens when you shine so much like the sun, you burn them all up?
Well, you know what this man.
I mean, what do you
Do not engage.
Really? Don't really.
I mean, the sun don't shine forever, but why shine? Let's shine together.
There is a quote that I love, and it says that false hope is better than no hope at all.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you just know.
Hope is better than no hope at all.
Now, let's back up a little bit, because we were talking about broken people finding broken people.
Okay.
Why it's all about you?
How do you know? Bro, you broke. Okay, you broke.
It's all about you.
But no.
I want this to be his therapy session.
How do you
Just
know?
FYI.
How do you know when you're not broken no more? When do you know that this emotional turmoil is over with? That you're safe to go out here and date?
I'll tell you. When you're not angry, when you're not frustrated, when you're not bitter, when you have...
What about frustration has nothing to do with that, though?
No, listen to what I'm saying. I'm referring to relationship frustrations.
Okay.
Like, if she remotely does something that reminds you of your past, you automatically upset. You're triggered. We call them triggers.
Okay.
As long as you have triggers, you're not healed.
Okay.
That's the best way to
But
do it.
you're going to have triggers for certain things for the rest of your life.
Nope, you're not healed. Just listen to me. Triggers is an indicator of an
I think that's a
unhealed
true
person.
statement.
Okay,
If you
I'm light
still
skinned,
have
right?
Triggers.
I'm light skinned, right? And I'm always accused of being conceited.
You are.
You
And
are
narcissistic. I'm not conceited.
Oh my God.
I'm not conceited, Lisa.
I just want-
For real.
Hey,
I know he is.
Okay,
That's not a
let me
light
ask you a
skin,
question.
dark skin
Let me
thing.
ask you a question. Did you not say, if you listen to things you say, you would come across conceited?
How? Because I'm confident in myself?
No. There's a difference between confidence and cocky.
Yeah, confidence.
Now y'all saying I'm cocky.
No.
Nobody said
Ain't nobody
anything.
said that.
You said
You
it.
just said it.
A hen dog
I
will
said
holler every
there's a
time.
He didn't
difference
say it.
between confidence and
Kevin.
cocky. That's what I
Confidence is over here with the
So
sun
notice
shining.
what I said.
Conceit is over there.
See, like that.
That's cocky.
When you title
I get it.
yourself as the sun and you burn everything up, that might
Thank
be
you.
Yeah, a little cocky.
hinging on cocky. Right. You know what I mean? So,
I'm out.
All right. Well, I have another question.
Uh-oh.
All right. So we
Why
live
do I
in
feel
different
like I'm in a
times right now. I mean, we got people that are all into these open marriages and open relationships, and
Foolery.
I agree. I feel
Foolery.
like when you explore and you go down that path, you're opening Pandora's box. But yet,
Wide
and still, it seems like the norm when you look at what's out there and what people are talking about. And
Yeah,
so
I think whenever the further we stray away from morals and principles, we will dibble and dabble in everything.
Do you think that's because people want to have their freedom, but also want to have that title?
Everybody wants freedom until they have to pay the cost. People that
there
have
is
these,
a cost.
people that have these open
playing those
relationships
games.
It
are
is.
all fun as long as they're
They're
the ones having the fun.
Right.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
moment their
It shifts.
significant other
Finds out.
finds somebody that do it better than them,
Yep.
and do it
Does that sound
without
like
their
Jada?
knowledge.
Jake?
All of a
Jada,
sudden,
Jada, right?
Boom, that part.
relationship thing is not a good thing.
Entanglement.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
again, let's go
50
back
Shades
to,
of Grey.
Let's go back to the whole notion of the further we stray away from morals and principles,
The more danger you get into.
the more likely we are to just dibble and dabble in anything
Yeah.
and try to make it a norm. That's why the world is insane right now, because we're trying to make things that are not normal.
That's right. So when you make certain decisions, there are consequences.
Yes.
And you need to be able to accept those
no.
consequences.
We got a couple comments coming from social media real
When you
quick.
make
So-
any
right.
decision, there are consequences.
It is. That's true. But
Whether
in
they're good or
situations
bad.
like that, that's you really setting yourself
Please don't
up.
open that box.
No, let's get these comments out of the way from social media. We don't want to ignore our audience on social media. They saying, haven't seen a lady yet. See plenty of grown women, but not many ladies.
Good
And
punch.
see, we were.
I don't know. I think that was man's here that I ain't sure. But
Where are they going? Where are they looking?
Good punch.
Because
Well, I mean,
depending on where
Them
you
streets.
are hanging, you at the club, maybe.
I mean, I go to church, I go to business events, I go to all these other places, but you find ratchetness everywhere you go.
Oh, you
sometimes.
do find the
I'm just saying.
You do
Guys,
find the
listen.
And
ratchet.
a lot of these women, what's going on, Miss Danny Parks? Thank you so much for joining. But a lot of these women's out here, y'all all
Boogie.
professional and all this type of stuff from 9 to 5. But from 5 to the rest of that shit is just, hey.
Let me ask this question.
just saying.
Let me ask this question too.
out.
Why?
I know you being the baby because I know what you're
Let me
doing.
ask this question. Why?
Okay, wait. I need you to define ratchetness.
Okay, I can define it. Let me ask this question. Okay, so we're classy, we're successful, we're bosses, but on social, you got to tell me that looking back at me with the back shot or tilted over, and I'm looking like,
And it's just as bad as the divorced dudes with their shirt off.
That's right. Oh yeah, in front of the bathroom mirror.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you ain't got no reason to be taking this picture with your shirt off right now. Come on,
talking
bro.
about, I gotta love myself. Yeah, but why are you showing me from the back and you got the filters? I mean, you can talk to me straight ahead, straight on, and I can see the value.
And then
of
the filters. Oh my God, I'm so sick of the filters.
Lord have mercy.
Everybody, none of y'all damn look like that. You walk around here sparkling and shit.
But
and then somebody see your ass in person, you don't even look like the same damn person. Then you want to be mad at me because I don't want to mess with you.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, talk to him.
I ain't got no filter, shawty.
Let me ask you.
It's all me.
Calm down.
Let me ask you a question.
Breathe, bro.
Like right now, emotionally, where were you on the scale?
Yeah, he went straight to the moon.
But no, that's not fair for me because number one, all right, it's already been displayed that I got Aries in my moons and all that other.
And he has a hair weave,
so I can go 0 to 100 on anything. It don't even matter.
So no, we got to stop using that as an excuse.
He has a hair weave.
That's called pain.
Who's got a hair
and frustration.
weave? Oh, you got a man weave?
Girl, please. His bald head ass over there always got something to say.
Every sign has a positive and a negative.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just funny how certain signs only want to highlight their negative.
Thank y'all so much for y'all just tuning in right there on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. We are speaking with relationship expert Jimmy Rogers. We're talking about relationships. What's acceptable in a relationship nowadays? So if y'all got comments or if y'all want to join this conversation, put it in the comments, and we will definitely try to get these questions answered for you.
Let's talk about the lies. Since we talked about filters and stuff, let's talk about the lies.
That the men tell?
Oh no!
You told me yesterday that all men lie.
We do.
Oh, we lie.
It ain't a man on this planet that don't lie, Jimmy.
Because y'all want lies. Y'all want to hear it. Y'all want stuff that y'all want to hear. And if we tell you the truth,
Coach.
So let me be honest.
Women lie too.
Everybody lies.
Exactly.
Thank you.
We just admit it.
Perpetually.
No, y'all lie a lot.
No. Listen.
Y'all lie a lot.
Do you have a meter to justify
everybody
that?
lies.
That you can calculate that to say that we do lie a lot?
So let me ask you this question, ladies. Let me ask you this question.
Preach to him.
When you ask your man a question, do you really want to hear the truth?
Yes.
No, you do not.
Okay, so
no,
let me ask you this.
not.
Do I look fat in this?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question.
How does his hairdo look? Terrible.
Bad.
Exactly. No, y'all don't want to hear that.
So guys, seriously.
Go ahead.
Well, do you want to hear the truth, baby? Am I losing my hair? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Am I getting a pot belly?
Yes.
Exactly. But see, most of us know
because
that
I wanted
already.
To know, right? So here's what I'm asking, ladies. When you say yes, I want to hear the truth, then you would have to defend why do you respond so negatively when you get it.
Yep. Woo! Yep.
I don't think that's just women.
let the women answer that one.
Whoa,
it's a two-way street. I think anybody
that
hears something that they don't want to hear might have a
I agree with you,
response.
but you want to hear the truth.
Let's do it. Let's do it
we
one at a time. That's called deflection, what you just did right there. We were talking about women.
Okay.
You said women. Do you want to hear the truth?
Yes.
And we
when
said
you
yes.
ask and you said yes.
Yes.
Then the question is, why do you respond negatively when he gives you the truth?
Well, responding negatively would suggest that there's only one right way. I think sometimes when we respond, it's worth a conversation, and maybe a conversation that could lead to some type of compromise.
So now you're talking about a conversation. We're talking about a truth, a statement, a question that you asked. Do you want him to answer it truthfully?
Yes.
And if you say yes, and he answers it truthfully, but it wasn't what you wanted to hear, it didn't make you feel like you wanted to feel,
so then
why do you respond negatively if you genuinely want
it
the
shouldn't
truth?
be a negative response. It should be a conversation from that point. If you give me an example. So let's just say,
do I look fat in this?
Yes.
Yes, you do, baby.
Okay.
Why are you angry?
Well, nobody wants to be told they're fat, but I do think at that point it's worth the conversation.
But here's the thing:
it's worth the conversation.
But for a man, the majority of time,
work out together.
No, for a man, the most of the reason they don't do that because they know the conversation is coming, and they'd rather watch the ball game than have that conversation.
No, baby, you don't look fat.
Nah, you good.
For my experience, I tell you this. This is what I find. Like, seriously, when I don't say what you want me to say,
Talk to him.
Like when you sit up there and tell me, am I pretty or am I this, am I that, whatever, and I don't respond with what you want me to say,
talk to him.
It's an issue.
Yep.
Then I'm conceited. Then I'm a narcissist. Then I'm all the other damn things. Why you asked me in the first place? Don't sit up here and tell me you want the truth. You want to hear what you want to hear. And that's the reason why men tell you what you want to hear from the jump.
What about the I cook this meal and all of a sudden how's it taste? Yeah, I've had better McDonald's. And now all of a sudden, there's an issue.
Jump is nasty anyway.
After McDonald's, what is going on
Oh
here?
my God.
So listen. In all fairness, men do the same thing. However, we don't tend to. If we ask, let me just say this, and I'm gonna ask you two ladies since you all are here. Whenever you've asked a question, did you not already know the answer?
No.
Did you know the answer you wanted to hear?
Okay, so let's go back to the question of
No.
Do I look fat in this?
Right. Because
you know, just darn near every woman asks that question.
they do.
And every
but there
man
are
knows
some
what the
outfits
answer.
that we can wear where it's very flattering. And then there are other outfits that we wear that we look more plump.
May I?
So let me ask you
So we
this.
might know that we have gained some pounds. However, we're asking, does this outfit look good on me, or should I maybe
could
choose
choose
something
another.
else?
Then maybe
So let
that
me
should have
ask
been the
you a
question you
again.
asked.
I'm going to go back to my original question. Before you ask your husband that question, did you not look in the mirror and decide, I might look a little plump in this?
Okay.
Let me get some confirmation.
But there is a such thing as seeing yourself on a regular basis and not always seeing yourself the way others see you.
So may I
some
help you
people
with
see
something?
themselves much bigger than they are.
Let me
and
help
some
you.
people see themselves much
You're
smaller
complicating
than
it.
they are. No, I'm being honest.
No. You look, listen, ladies. This is what I tell ladies. You don't want simplicity. You want to be complex. You looked in that mirror and you saw you look plump. You just wanted confirmation. Now, when he gives you the confirmation, now you want to have a conversation. About what? You asked me a question. Do I look plump or fat in this?
And then you
The
got
answer
A
is
lot
yes.
of times
And
when
then
I
you got
ask
a
that
sarcastic
question, if
person.
He says, yes, I'm good. I
No,
changed my
but then you
outfit.
got a
I'll answer the
sarcastic
next
person
two
like me to be like, you know you look fat in that. I mean, you
But
know
let me
when
tell you the
asked
worst
me you look
part,
fat in
though.
that.
Let me tell you the worst part. Even if I damn lie to you and I tell you what you
And
want to
then you
hear,
go out.
and then you go out,
And you
then
gonna be mad at me.
Bruh, can I?
Okay,
And then,
so,
and then
alright.
you gonna wake me
I
up
see
in the
how
middle of
this
the
is.
night.
Wait
And
a
you gonna
minute.
wake me up in the
Because
middle of
here's
the
the
night to argue about why I didn't tell you you look fat when you knew you looked fat when you went out.
But maybe sometimes your spouse or your partner is looking for you to stroke them, give them a positive stroke.
But you
right?
asking
Leave
for
it
the
there.
truth, not for a
Leave
stroke.
it that. See,
But what? Maybe they don't want to have to tell you. Maybe they're trying to
okay.
get it out of you because you're not offering
do you
it.
see? do
If
you
I was
see
to
how
ask you
you're
if I had a
complicating
full head
that?
of hair, and do I have a glowing afro? I know I
mean,
don't. You can stroke all the time.
Getting a
Dog.
compliment from a man is
Dog.
like
Please tell me.
non-existent.
But see, this go back to what we talking
Some of
about
this
on Monday
makes
night.
sense.
Some of these do make sense in a way to the fact that if you ask the question, say,
You're looking for an answer.
you're looking for an answer, and then every particular conversation does not need to make it to I feel for myself, it needs to be complicated, or it needs to be complex. It can say, well, do I look, fat in this? And you say yes. Well, you know what, sweetie? I think I might need to go ahead and change this outfit, or I might need to go ahead and just
Not
go ahead
From a
and
man's
start
point of view,
dieting
have you
or
ever had
exercising.
them
But
say
you know
that though?
what?
Let's
Hold
ask
on,
this
hold on.
question. Go ahead.
But no, but this
if
is
he comes and says yes, I will say sometimes okay, but then sometimes you're an ass. You could have said that in a less aggressive way. Why not be a
He's
little
just
more
gonna tell you the
sensitive?
truth.
So ladies.
What's wrong
Like-
with being sensitive
Okay.
and caring about how you?
it's how he said it.
So-
here's-
That's what she's
here's-
saying.
Here's what I've learned to do.
I guess that's what. Yeah.
There's no
Babe.
right way of saying it.
Do you really want to wear that outfit?
That sounds
that's
much
better.
softer.
That's softer.
Yeah.
That's
So
softer.
it doesn't matter what I
You're a
do.
better man than me. I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly.
But
I'd
I'm just
be
saying.
like-
But if you come up,
See,
yeah,
some
you're
men
fat.
just-
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Okay,
I'm gonna compliment you. I'm gonna say, hey, it might not flatter your stomach area, but your booty look good as hell. Then that's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm just saying.
right.
Take
Yeah.
that. We'll take
But
that.
see,
See?
that's,
You
I'ma
you
go
good at
back-
telling them what they
I'ma
wanna
go
hear,
back to
though.
my original question.
I learned.
You don't want the truth.
We do. We just don't
You
want it to
don't
be
want
so
the truth.
hard.
I feel like-
But hold on, let's go to the
Hold on.
essence of what we're talking about.
No, but I feel like let me correct.
Go
that.
ahead.
Giving me the truth But how you deliver that to me is a different. I can accept it in a better. I can accept.
But how do we
Let's
know
go to the essence of that, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your ego my responsibility?
Exactly.
Oh.
Is it?
Yes.
Is your ego my responsibility?
Okay, so hold on. If I am your partner, then I want to stroke you and make you feel good. That is your
But without
responsibility.
having to
And
lie to you.
Lisa, I look like Denzel, like a clone.
listen, and I'm not
See,
gonna say,
you can't even lie to me. You want to lie to me. You want to stroke my ego and say,
I would
yeah,
know.
you do look like Denzel.
No, I would say
but
no,
you're like,
version of
no.
Denzel.
I look like Denzel. I'm so
No.
Denzel.
She's like, no.
See,
No.
Dr. P, I need you to
washed
calm
up
down a little
version of
bit of
Denzel.
energy.
No.
I need you to.
You asked me. You said, "Do
But
I
you
look
could have
like
said that in a
this?"
more
Do I
sensitive
look
way.
like-
And
What's
I'm
the
like,
difference?
I was saying no.
What's the
You can
difference?
no, not in a softer tone, in a more sensitive way.
I said,
But you already know you don't
See?
look like this.
But that's a lie too. That man look nothing like Denzel.
Look at you.
He's-
I get, but no, I get. Hold on. I
look
get
like
where the
you
women is
yourself.
coming from, though. Like seriously, because it's sometimes a man he feeling
you
down on
need your
himself.
ego stroke
Oh, whatever.
when
Not
your
me.
hair
Not me.
starts coming out,
Not me.
when you can't
But
go like you used
some
to
people-
go,
but-
when your stomach
guys,
is starting to
here's
protrude
the
like you got a
difference.
baby.
Here's the
But
difference,
women
ladies.
have a way of
gotta be like
nurturing
a
a
baby?
man and making him
Well,
still feel good.
I'm not
say the
arguing
man
Men
with
look
just
you.
want to like
Lisa.
slap her down.
Lisa, why you say the man look pregnant?
Lisa, I'm not arguing with you on that. However, how many times does your husband come to you and say, baby, do I still have a full head of hair?
Every day.
Really?
Yes.
Right?
Oh wow.
Yes.
And if he doesn't, you ain't gonna say, well, baby, yeah. You're not gonna tell him that if that man's hair is thinning. And
You're
can
right.
see his
All right, hold on,
That's
hold on.
because women nurture and they don't just try to like.
But the man already knows his hair is
Thank
falling
you.
out.
All
All right,
He
so
ain't
hold on.
gotta
Let's
ask.
say this
But
for a
that
second.
don't
We need to
mean
take a
that-
quick break right here on the #1 rated business show.
Can we
We'll
talk
be
about-
back with more of this conversation after this. And when we come back, I want you to answer the question: is her ego
Your responsibility.
my responsibility?
And KC is getting off. The reason we coming to a break, everybody that's listening, is because we're talking about thinning hair, and he has a man plug in. So that is the reason he's
all,
ready to
these
get on
women,
this.
hey, all these women watching right now know damn well
At the
all
wind
this
blows,
real,
at the
baby.
wind blows, it's gonna flap like Trump.
Ain't no Trump out here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here on the #1 rated business show, continuing the conversation with the one and only Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud, relationship expert Jimmy Rogers,
Yes.
and the real deal Jeff Beale, and myself, the Rockstar KC Pride. So Lisa, we're gonna start this with you.
All right.
Are you responsible for your partner's ego in the relationship?
I do believe I have a contribution to that. So, and the reason why I say that is if I know that my spouse is not feeling the most confident in a particular area, I feel as his spouse, as his life partner, then I want to help build him up. I don't want to tear him down.
Oh yeah.
So to that degree, yes, I take some ownership in his ego. And I do feel that he should do the same thing. If he knows that there's an area that maybe I have a little bit of an insecurity in, I think it's his responsibility to try to strengthen that area and not make me more insecure. Because a lot of men will say, look, if you're insecure about, you know, me talking to women or something like that, then I think it's your responsibility to not let her be insecure because she's doubting some of your behaviors.
Now let me say this,
So
because
that's
thank you.
why I think there's a contribution that's made by both parties.
You starting to tiptoe around it now at this point, because this is what we're talking about. No, you should not be destructive to nobody. You shouldn't dish your partners. You shouldn't put them down. You should never, you know what I'm saying, no matter on either side of the relationship. But am I responsible for your ego in a way that I got to continuously boost your ego every single day?
Does it hurt you to do that?
Does it hurt me? It ain't even the fact of whether or not it hurt me. It's just unnecessary.
But that's
because
the-
I would rather be authentic with you and say nice things to you when I feel like saying it to you, not have to be so mechanical and automatic saying, okay, I know I got to say this every day. So let me put this on my scales every day at 9 o'clock. Let me tell you pretty. I'm
Okay.
just saying that's a bit much.
So you use the word ego. So my answer would be no. because you use the word ego.
Well, self-esteem. If you want to,
Okay, now that's a totally different thing.
Over
That's a totally
ego.
different thing.
Because to me, it's the same thing.
No, it's not,
No,
though.
it's not.
It's
How
not,
is your
though.
self-esteem and ego not the same?
They're different.
Okay, teach me.
Ego. Actually, you can look up the definition, and there's a difference between the two, right?
Okay.
Now, as it relates to your partner's self-esteem, everything that Miss Lisa said is correct. We do play some part in it. That's why I said yes and no, right? Because there's only a small role I can play in it. At some point, you're going to have to take up the mantle to make the changes in whatever it is that you're insecure in. My encouragement is not going to change whatever you're insecure with. We have to change those things, right? So if I say, well, I'm overweight, she can say, baby, no, you look great all you want. But if I still see that I'm overweight, she can't encourage me enough to make me lose weight until I choose to lose weight. You understand what I'm saying? Now, how can she play a role in that? By saying, I'm still attracted to you. I still love you, right? Because usually when a man starts feeling like he's like, ooh, boy, I hope I ain't nobody else,
The truth is, if your woman or your man is not boosting you up and stroking your ego and making you feel good about yourself, many times you will go find those
Somewhere
strokes
else.
somewhere
That
else.
side piece, Lisa. About
And
time you on page with me.
So
And
therefore, you should try to keep your partner satisfied by stroking whatever ego, self-esteem, whatever you want to call it, and making them feel good about themselves so they don't feel the need to have to go look
Preach to 'em,
elsewhere
Lisa.
for
But
it.
I don't need to hear that from
Preach to
nobody.
me. 'Cause you
like,
can be-
for real, I don't need to be
Okay,
told I'm good looking, that I'm loved, and all this type of stuff. Your actions gonna show me that you love me. You ain't gotta tell me that every day.
Well, no.
Like, for real.
We're not saying that. See, okay,
I
so
do want to hear I love you every day.
no.
And I don't think that should be a chore.
I don't have a problem with saying that, but all the extra stuff. Some days I just might.
I think it's the obligation part.
That's
It's the
when you walk
obligation
in-
part.
Okay, here, let's take it out of the relationship stand. That's like when you walk into a room. Some people walk in the room with a straight, almost frown on their face.
Okay.
As if it hurts them to just smile and be pleasant. We're talking about the difference in being pleasant and cordial and nice to the person that you love versus just being negative.
Okay,
and
let's put it in this context,
feeling.
though. Let's put it in this context. Me and you got into it last night. We ain't solved it last night. Nah, I'm still kind of heated with you a little bit.
You was arguing because you said she was
But you
fat.
never go to bed mad.
I'm gonna tell you I love you because at the end of the day, regardless of what we arguing over, I still love you.
Because you
But all
said
that
she
extra
was.
stuff, I don't really feel you like that today because you done got on my nerves or you done pissed me off,
But it's
and
because-
I'm still holding on to something.
But it's because you told her the truth that she looked fat in that dress.
That is. Shut up.
Jeff,
I would first of all, I never tell women that. Even and let me be honest with y'all. When you love a woman for real, she don't change. I don't care. I was married for 17 years. And when we was in love and all this type of stuff, your size, your all that other stuff don't even damn matter. Because at the end of the day, once you get married to somebody and you in that type of relationship with somebody, oh bro, you gonna see everything.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna see the good, the bad, the
Yeah.
ugly, the fat days, the ugly days, the I ain't on. You gonna see it all. So if you love that person, you see them in a whole different light. It ain't about how you look no more.
yeah. Well, we're. I think you're right, 100%.
Thank you.
We're talking about that emotion.
We're talking about the emotional stuff now, and see, I think that's where a lot of men and guys. I mean, is this my camera here?
Yeah, you straight over this way.
Guys, for those of you who are listening, men, a lot of us are amazing at providing,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of us are amazing at protecting.
Oh yeah.
But too many of us are horrible at the emotional
Say it again, Coach. Say
part
it
that our
again.
wives need, right?
Yes.
And I
admit
love
to that. I'm hard
I
with
love
that
the
too.
way she said that. And women, you all are too.
Yeah. And I don't like the way Jimmy's looking at. Are you looking at the camera or you looking
I'm looking
at me
at
in
the
my
camera,
eyes?
Jeff.
I
I
don't
mean-
know if
You're
you're
looking
looking at
at
the
your
camera
evil ass.
or you looking at me.
I'm looking at the camera. No, and that's a piece because society has been trained as it relates to men
100.
that we're just strong, and strong people don't need the same things the women need. We may not need it in the exact same way, but we want to know that you see our efforts. We want to know that you value the protection and the provision that we're providing for you. We want to know those same things. Guess what it actually does for both parties? It makes you want to do it more.
Yeah, we want to be appreciated.
We're no different from our children when they first learn how to take their first steps. We're like, oh, great job. What does that kid try to do the next time? Take more steps because they want that reinforcement or that celebration, right? We still want it as adults, but we lie and act like it ain't a big deal, but we still want it.
Right.
And we fail each other in that arena when it comes to the emotional support. It is not support when you only use words. Okay. I will agree with Lisa when she said this. Let's just say your spouse asks you, do I look fat in this? Or let's just say your husband goes, man, my stomach is bigger or whatever, you know. Here's how you can support that person. Well, babe, let's get a gym membership. I need to work out too. Because I need
caveat on that.
I need to tighten up some stuff too.
Here's my caveat on that. Say let's get a gym membership. Do not get her a gym membership. She's gonna take it wrong. She's gonna take it real wrong.
No.
But no, it should be about that though.
You missed how it was presented. What was presented was him saying he's fat.
No,
and I'm saying the example is this. Like for instance, the average woman has a monthly cycle, right? And the average woman, when she has her monthly cycle, she feels bloated. She doesn't feel her best. She feels she looks this or that. I tell my wife, girl, you still fine.
Yeah.
Because she is.
Yeah.
You're just bloated. That's temporary.
And you can't look at it as a chore, Kevin.
Right.
Now,
It's because it's not a chore to me.
Look at it as a chore. If
it's like I'm always the person who's got to give it. I never get it back. I don't ask for it.
That's what you're bitter about.
I don't need it.
That's what you're bitter about.
But what I'm saying is, why you expect me to do all this stuff for you that you don't do for me?
Hey, Kevin.
always on the couch?
Kevin.
Why is he always on the couch?
So remember you asked.
You sunshine, honey.
I do shine, baby.
Remember you asked earlier, how do you know when you're ready?
Okay.
Or how do you know when you're healed? When you're not feeling those emotions.
But what I'm saying is, I don't need it.
No,
but don't ask it from me.
Kevin.
If you ain't giving it.
Kevin. Let me help you.
All right.
And I really want you to hear me. You do need it. You've just learned to deal without it. That's why you're angry that you're not getting it.
I'm not angry about it.
No.
Yeah, you
Kevin, listen.
Give him a hug.
I guarantee you.
Somebody give him a hug.
Guys, for those of you, is this Facebook or Instagram?
The Instagram.
For those of you on Instagram, can you all write in the chat, yes,
I'm not angry.
Kevin looks angry, or no, Kevin does not look angry.
Look angry.
Put that in there.
Somebody give him a
Put
hug.
that in there.
Like he's angry.
We just want to.
Let's
just give him a hug.
Let's. All right. So you talked about being a complete being, right? Not needing someone else to complete you.
Correct.
You are
Dr.
complete
P.
and whole on your own.
Yes.
That's why I feel like I am in life. Because I don't need all that extra telling me all this little great stuff about me. I don't need all I don't even know what it is. Damn UC Channing Carter. But
See,
but what I'm saying is
there it is.
I love me. My good, my bad, my ugly. I know I can be an asshole at times. I know I can be selfish at times and all this type of stuff. And I accept that about myself. Like seriously.
But
and I'm complete.
Kevin the type that wake up in the morning.
I'm not looking for somebody that, hey, I need you to complete me and be my ego and be this and be all this other type of stuff.
Let me tell you what you just
You
did.
the type that wake up in the morning with "I'm too sexy for my car," and you had that as your theme song.
That
You
used to
wake
be
up.
my jam. I am not gonna lie.
Kevin, let me tell you the truth about what you just said. What you just said was an oxymoron. Right?
Well, how is that an oxymoron?
I'll tell you why. You're not complete if you know that you're incomplete.
But what am I incomplete on?
You said, I know I can be selfish.
Okay.
I know I can be a butthole.
Okay.
That's a person that's incomplete.
How am I incomplete? That's just natural traits.
Let me ask you something. No.
I'm just saying.
No, selfishness.
Like just mean as hell. That's his natural self.
Listen to me.
I am not mean.
Listen to me.
I am nice in a very eclectic way.
Our human nature says that we have a lot of selfish tendencies.
Okay.
Right? We would rather hoard it for ourselves, right?
Okay.
But as you mature, you recognize that is the worst way of living, trying to hoard everything for yourself. You're going to find
I'm not selfish in that way though.
But Kevin, okay,
I like to give.
I'm using that as an analogy.
love. Okay.
But anytime you're selfish in whatever way you're selfish in,
Okay.
that's a problem. If any way that you're a butthole, that's a problem. If you can identify it as butthole, what's positive about a butthole?
Nothing.
It cleanses your body from impurities. Anyway, everybody give Kevin on the social media, give him a social hug. He needs some social hugs and some
Anybody
social
that agree with
kisses.
me out there, y'all throw some likes on the screen.
Nah, give him some
y'all.
social
Thank you so
hugs.
much, Scott, for joining. Muhammad for joining.
See, he got his own.
T-Tan account.
He's
Lisa.
seeing his own thing right now. He just seeing his own thing.
Oh my
I'm just
God,
saying.
Jeff.
No, and we had Lorenzo on the show, world-renowned astrologer and all that type of stuff, talking about accepting yourself for who you are.
No, that's
and
fine.
you got your good and your bad. You got your good and your bad too, Jimmy.
No.
Don't come after Jimmy, but you do not come after Jimmy.
So no. Let me make sure that I'm articulating clearly the whole point. All of us have positive and negative things built in us.
Okay.
Some of it is nature, some of it is nurture.
Okay.
Right? Now, let's just say it's nature. Jeff is naturally mean.
He is.
Time out. Is that a positive or is that a negative?
It don't matter if it's a positive or negative. It's who he is.
Okay,
Because
time out,
you know
time
if I
out.
say it, it's
Kevin,
true. I ain't trying to be
Kevin,
nice and cut
okay,
candy
let-
coat.
Okay, let me use another analogy.
All right.
What if you're naturally born a liar?
Kevin.
Is that positive or is that
I'm not a
negative?
liar.
Is that positive?
It's not the best thing in the world.
So all I'm saying to you is, all of us have some negative tendencies.
Okay.
The reason it's called negative is because it's not positive.
So if everybody got negatives, okay, how can you be a complete being? Are you saying you have to be 100% positive?
No.
And all this type of stuff to be a complete being?
No.
Because nobody is free of having negatives.
So I'm gonna go back to another point you made. We all should get to a point in life where we accept who we are.
Okay.
Not to the degree that we don't have to change.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
I heard you.
Repeat it back to him.
I accept who I am, and I'm not going to become dysfunctionally or mentally a mental case about my situation. I'm going to be intentional about working on that thing that's negative about me that I have identified, right?
I'm
That's
with you
all
on
we're
that.
saying.
I'm the same
Let's
way.
blow some smoke over this here.
No, I'm the same way because I'm mean, but you know if I rocks with you, I rocks with you.
Exactly.
I mean,
But here's the deal.
If I'm an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole for you, baby.
I ain't say all that.
I'm
I
just
just
saying.
said
Nobody wants an asshole.
Listen,
I don't know.
Kevin.
Shut up, Kevin. I ain't going to
Okay,
Shut up, Kevin. Shut up, Kevin.
Because you want to sit over there and be free of the conversation. What's your negatives?
Ooh.
My negatives?
What's one of your negatives?
Don't let him come after
Oh,
you.
now-
Complete
now he
being.
Don't let him come for
I
you.
am very
coming.
opinionated. I am very controlling. I know these things about myself, and I have to challenge myself to work on those things.
So are they acceptable? Oh,
No.
let me rephrase
Well,
this.
sometimes.
Are those things that you have identified as negative? Are they something that does not need to change?
In some situations, being a controlling person gets stuff done. Okay, A-type personality that is about her business, and if it is to be, it's up to me kind of attitude has allowed me to excel in life. So that one quality, I say, sometimes I have to turn it up, sometimes I have to turn it down. It depends on the situation. My man does not like being controlled. So if
No man likes being controlled.
I don't know. There's some of these
now,
mama boys out there
sometimes
that
they
do like
act
being
like
controlled.
children, and you have to like be a little more firm. Nobody wants to be somebody's mama, but sometimes that's what it takes to get some people to move.
So is there a difference between being controlling and having to take control of a situation?
Sound like the male equivalent to me is the asshole.
Is there a difference?
I'm just saying. Same thing I said by myself. I'm just saying.
Controlling and needing to take control of a situation.
Right. Is there a difference between those two versions of control?
Yes.
Which one is positive and which one is negative?
The person that takes control of a situation is positive.
And a controlling person is negative.
Correct.
Because they do not know when that's not applicable. They try to apply it to all and every situation.
And it can be a very...
It will be, and it can be. It is.
No, it is a big turn off.
It is a turnoff, right? Just like a mean person.
Right.
Y'all gonna keep all this
Just
mean
like a
stuff.
selfish person.
Selfish.
Just like a butthole.
Right.
Kevin.
Those things.
You see, he ain't calling himself out.
Listen.
I said mean.
I'm
I'm talking about Jimmy.
Okay. So let me
Jimmy.
tell you. Let me tell you.
Superman over there.
No. Let me tell you what Jimmy's are. I can be super controlling.
Wow.
I wouldn't have known that.
And I am extremely straightforward.
Abrasive.
I can see that.
Some people
I can see
might
that.
call it.
Abrasive,
Some
right?
folks might call that an asshole.
So check
I'm just
this
saying.
out. Right.
Kevin's coming for
but guess
everybody
what?
today.
But guess what though, Kevin? Guess what though?
Because I'm straightforward too.
Because
But he can be funny because he said...
But here's the deal. Here's the deal though. Once I recognize that has the potential to be a negative, it gives me a more negative response.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what Jimmy said?
What?
Can't do that no more.
Wow.
Have to find a better way to get my message across.
To my Instagram audience, real quick, for the conclusion of this.
I'm just direct.
Yeah, I might
Different.
want to stay
Those
tuned.
people, what
And
about
Kels
those
is when we
people
put
that
it out.
say, I apologize on you feeling that way?
They lying because they're not sorry about what they did.
That's what I was saying.
But
too.
here's the thing. What do you do? And I'm sure a lot of ladies want to know this answer.
Uh-oh.
To all the ladies.
Sometimes men never grow up. They are always... There's certain elements of their personality that are always very boy-like, right? I'll give you a couple of examples.
Okay.
All right? They like to come home sometimes and just play video games. Or they like to, sit on
they
the
need to
couch
grow up
all day and watch sports all day as if there's nothing more productive that they could do. And, there might be things that need to be done around the house. Now, you don't want to be that nagging person that's quote unquote controlling and bossy and telling them what to do. But sometimes you as women, and women do run their homes. You do. I mean, I would say that women for the most part are the ones that keep an organized home and keep homes.
That's fair.
Okay.
We can say,
For men, in most-
traditionally,
in
most of the time it's the woman.
right?
There are some, exceptions. Go.
So we have to learn how to move our significant others in a positive way that doesn't cause them to push back.
So let me just say this first, and then I'll respond. Have you ever heard of having something mindless to do?
Okay.
That's my man over there.
Right. I don't want to have to
reading my
think.
mind.
I just want to
Just wants free time.
decompress.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And
So
nothing's wrong with that.
so here's
In moderation.
here's what I will say to women that find the video games or whatever that thing is, sports. Does he say that when you're watching your reality shows?
No.
Does he say that when you're just mindlessly shopping? Does he say that when you're just hanging out with the girls? Does he? We have
But we don't do that every day.
But here's the deal.
But who doing the
Whether-
video games and stuff
where-
every day? That's little boys.
But no.
There's a lot of grown men that when they come home, that's what they like to do.
But see,
Let me say it like
Talk to
this.
him, Jimmy.
Let me say it like this. Be very careful at identifying something negatively because you don't do it. Because
Talk to
I
him,
promise you, if I analyze you enough, I can pick out some similar things
Talk-
that
There's
you
nothing
do.
wrong with doing it.
Right.
But when there are other things that need to be done and they don't get done.
But what are you
because-
doing at this time?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing at this time with these other things that need to be done? Because if this is my free time to spend however I want to spend my free time, but you want me to clean up because you want to get up and clean up right now, that's your business.
No, this
I
is
do my
our
part.
home.
No, did you hear what he said? Did you-
There should be some sharing and responsibility.
Okay, but that should
But that
be.
don't mean I got to stop what
Whoa,
I'm doing right this
Kevin,
second to jump up
Kevin,
and go do what you want me to
Kevin,
do. I'm
this
just
is-
saying.
when are you going to do it?
This is a huge common problem in relationships.
Yes.
And let me tell you what the first problem was. There was no clear communication on what and when things were going to be done.
Okay.
That's number one.
And now you got to do it at your
He
whim.
said something so profound, you skip right over it.
What did he say?
He said, just because you feel like going to clean right now, don't mean that everybody's supposed to be ready to clean right now.
No, of course not.
So listen to that just for a second. We all have that tendency. Like, oh, it done finally got on my nerves.
I want it done
today,
right now.
this moment. Now it got to be done right now. Well, what were you doing the other several days? You know what I'm saying? So we sometimes can take an approach that seems to be judgmental or take an approach that is not productive, especially if it wasn't.
About months of
no.
watching a light bulb be out, or
So this
things that are lingering.
So Lisa, this is
have to tell you.
You know, see, that's your problem right there.
But you can see it yourself.
Lisa, that's your problem right there.
What? I have to tell you everything?
No, Lisa, that's your problem right there.
What?
Here's what you just identified.
What?
He ain't bothered. You are.
Yeah, exactly. Because there are many things.
So listen, that's just like with us.
Yeah, there are many things
That's
that we're
just like
bothered
with us.
with. We just don't say anything.
I'm
We
not
just be
bothered,
like-
or you're bothered, or vice versa. When there are things that, instead of just saying, "Hey, babe, do you mind changing that light bulb for me? That's really bothering me." No, but instead, this is what we're gonna do: not say anything and just stew over it. I know he see that light bulb up
No,
there.
that's not true.
You just said it. You just said it has been months.
I have said it
Okay.
over and over.
So
and
now we're talking
over
about
again.
something totally different.
Yeah, something that's been lingering. I'm not all of a
No,
sudden.
not lingering. I'm talking about, was there a specific conversation, babe? This light bulb is out. Do you mind changing that? He doesn't do it the first time, right?
Did y'all take a chance to sit down and take stock of the house? Look, this everything need to be done. You do this, I'm gonna do that, and then boom, we're gonna knock it all out.
Oh yeah.
And how was that conversation? Was it like, you see the light bulb out?
It never gets done. It's
Well,
like
well,
only
But
one
how though?
person does
No, the question
stuff.
is, how was the conversation?
Yeah.
Because
I know how she feel.
as
Though.
a-
I know how you feel though, for
No,
real.
but,
Lisa. I ain't
no,
gonna lie.
but really,
We all live in the house.
No,
it should
but-
not be the woman's sole responsibility to do.
And it's not.
I'm not saying that.
So-
I'm just saying how.
No.
because,
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Guys, when I tell
this is
you,
real conversation.
when I tell you I deal with this on a regular basis, and
I think anybody
I want
married
to
can
add
dealt with
balance
this.
to this, because sometimes if we don't see things from a holistic perspective, we can be tunnel vision, right? What if your husband said to you, "This is our stuff, right? I'll never see you outside mowing the yard.
Ooh, talk
I'll
to
never
him.
see you outside washing the cars.
Talk to him.
I don't never see you doing blah blah blah
And
blah
you know
blah."
what I would say?
Talk to him.
We have roles. I don't ever see you cooking.
But
I don't ever see
Lisa,
you washing the clothes.
look what you just did.
I don't ever see you cleaning the house.
You did not even get at a chance to marinate.
I did.
To understand what here's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Here's the point I'm making. In a lot of cases, let's say if it's 100%, I bet you in 99% of the cases, you're not going to hear the man asking the woman to help him with the things that his role.
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing.
You're not. He's not going to say, "Babe, can you help me mow the yard? Babe, can you do the weed eating?" He's just going to go out there and do it, right? Whatever he's normally just going to do. You'll never hear him asking. But guess what we do here on a regular basis?
But we're not doing.
The things that your roles,
and once
and
I
all
say-
of a sudden,
no, let me bring
you're
it back
overwhelmed, and now I got to
to the-
not only do my roles, but help you do yours
But
as
no,
well too.
I don't
no,
ask for
let me
help
bring
on
it back
but
to
no.
the question.
I don't think that I should be climbing up on a ladder.
No, but let me
and
bring it back to the
changing
question of how was it brought though?
Right.
Because a lot of times, this is why I asked that question of how. A lot of times you worked all day. You've had a bad day. You come home. You just want to chill for a minute and get yourself together. You turn on the video game. You see the lights out. You ain't gonna change that light bulb. You like, I just got home. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about no
It didn't
light.
happen like that.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying how.
Well, we got to address both.
Lingering.
Yeah, no, and I agree with her, and that's what I want to get to the part where we're actually understanding the different dynamics that could be taking place here. The truth of the matter is, both men and women can sometimes be very negligent and lazy
Oh yeah.
in relationships,
Especially
right?
at home.
If I've had the conversation with another full-grown adult that has no mental health issues, I know you understood, you agreed, and you still don't do, I'm not going to be satisfied with you if I have to keep mentioning that same
No, I
thing to
get
you
you.
over and over again. That's what we're talking about now.
Yeah.
No,
right?
but I feel your pain. Trust me.
So we have to, again, maturity is one of the key things about relationships. And a lot of times we're very immature. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with somebody, whatever your download or decompress process is, I don't have a problem with that. But as Lisa said, it should have a time limit, especially when there are things that need to be done. However, there must also be a conversation in how the house is going to run.
That's true.
Babe, my wife said this to me.
Not be
my wife's an educator. She said, babe, can you give me at least an hour when I first get off work?
Yep.
Bet.
I get it.
Don't you encroach on an hour and a half, though.
But you want your meal.
No, because I cook too, right? I cook too. We even have days that we cook. You see what I'm saying? So that way we can alleviate certain things, right? But here's when it becomes a problem: when you don't keep your word or you don't abide by the agreement that we made. That's when it becomes problematic. It also can become problematic when there was no discussion, but you had this expectation. That's an unrealistic expectation if there was no discussion. If we didn't come to an agreement, we didn't have a discussion, we didn't come to an agreement of how things were supposed to run, but you have this expectation that because I didn't do it however you conjured it up in your head, now you're angry. Like, do you hear how insane that sounds?
Don't spill over your crazy.
Right. Nobody even talked about that.
Crazy
yes, because like, what are you talking about?
But now I understand your furiousness on that one, because for the simple fact, I remember being married, and when everything was happening, everybody did what our parts. You know what I'm saying? If dishes need to be washed, oh hell, I'll go wash them. It don't matter. But at times when I was angry or upset about something, the hell with you and them damn dishes you want to wash, you wash them your damn self. They can sit there long as they want to.
That's immaturity.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't like that no more, because now I got to do it all my damn self. Because I got to take care of the kids. I got to do all the cooking. I got to do all the cleaning, the washing the clothes.
And now you actually
see how your pain
felt.
and what it feels like. No, but I understand your pain and what it feels like to be the person that shoulder all that responsibility in the house.
Don't be
that shit will make you irate.
Yeah.
Like seriously, you will be mad and just see red around everybody every time you see them sitting on their ass, for real.
Let me tell you an area that I grew in as a man. As a young man, even in my 30s, I guess you can say, I had this notion that, a woman's job wasn't all that difficult. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't all that difficult. I mean, crying about the kids and cooking and stuff.
Jeff still got that notion. He know what you're talking about.
Right? Then I lost a wife.
And had to do it.
And had a newborn. So guess who had to wake up in the middle of the night when the baby's crying? Guess who had to take him to the doctor? Guess who had to fix all the food? Guess who had to change all the diapers? And to this day, I tip my hat to single mothers.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me? I tip my hat to single mothers. And that lesson taught me sometimes until we see it from the other person's perspective, we don't fully understand.
Oh, yeah. It's different when you gotta go through
like
it.
Kevin, for instance. Now he got to take care of the kids. He got to pay the bill. I got to cook the food. Got to do. Now he has a totally
like the home life is a full-time damn
Yes.
job on its own, and I still got to go make money somewhere.
And there's a totally different appreciation now for what a homemaking wife brings to the table.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't take that for granted now, right? Usually some stuff I won't even notice. One day I walked in the house, my wife had put a brand new bedspread on the bed, and I said, girl, what you got going on up in here? The fact that I acknowledged it made her smile. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just being intentional sometimes to point out people's the positive things that your spouse brings can just add a totally different positive dynamic to the relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And again, I'm gonna go back to this thing, men. We have to learn how to be more supportive emotionally. You working all the time, that's only one part of your responsibility as the man.
We're gonna get to this one more point, and then we got to get ready to go ahead and wrap.
The point that I think, I'm a woman. I take care of my home.
No.
I take care of my home, and I'm also a career woman, right? So, and I do both things very well. But
She sound like Jeff then, didn't she?
We shine, man. We shine.
when I still make sure my home is taken care of. So whether I have a housekeeper that comes in and does it, whether I have people that, I hire people to do it, it's still an action that the woman takes to keep the home in order.
Right.
And I have literally heard my husband say, "You're not doing anything around the home. You're paying people to do it." And I think that is such a slap in the face, because it does take an effort to keep things in order and keep things moving when you're juggling a career, but you still keep home, right? You still make sure vacations get planned.
But are you doing it for the family, or are you doing it for yourself? Because that's how you want things to be.
No, I just grew up a certain way, and my grandmother always kept the house in order.
So
right?
Lisa.
And I know my kids operate and function better when things are. Most people function better
when things are
they're
organized,
in order.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Right?
definitely. I can't do nothing in a dirty house.
But you said something that's key, and I really want to help you understand your husband better. Why do you think he pointed out the fact that you hire people to do this stuff? Even though the stuff is getting done, why do you think he made that specific?
I can tell you when it was said. It was said when I was asking him to do certain things around the house, right? Because I got to a point where stuff wasn't getting done. So I ended up starting to hire handymen to come in and do things around the house, because I got tired of, stuff just sitting around broken for so long. And perhaps that felt like a dig when I did that. And so... here's my question again. Why do you think he specifically pointed out you hire people to do the stuff that you would normally do? You know what I'm saying? Like the cleaning, the whatever. Why do you think he pointed that out? There's a reason. Yeah, I don't know why.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because he has to physically do it, and you contracted to work out.
But that's not
and
true.
Then
I hire people to
listen.
do the lawn. I hire people.
No, that's what I'm saying. Most men's responsibility, they have to physically do it.
But he doesn't.
I'm just saying, I said most. Most physically do the work, right? I heard women say in coaching, their respect for their husband minimized when he did the same thing. He hired somebody to mow the yard.
Wow.
He did this, and they were like, you don't even do it.
I pay somebody to do my yard.
And I'm thinking to myself, ma'am, is the point that he didn't physically do it,
or the job got done,
or the job got done? You see what I'm saying?
I think it's that the job gets done, but I still think that whether you're hiring someone to do it or whether you're doing it yourself, there's still an intentional act that takes place.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
And if someone didn't take the initiative to do that, everything would be in disarray.
Notice I'm agreeing with you, right? But usually when a man points something out that specific, there's probably something coming back at him that would make him point that out. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you. If it's getting done and all the needs are being met, whether I'm paying for it or I'm physically doing it myself, everybody should be happy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you may be the woman who has a handyman for a husband. He wants to fix everything himself, and he does it well.
I am not.
You're
that
just
dude.
blessed, right? You're blessed. You can save a little money. You may have a husband that can go to YouTube and fix your car, and you can save that money. You're
Women
blessed.
like that, that's a good.
Or you might have
and men like women that actually do the cooking and cleaning themselves.
Or you might have
You
friends
see what I'm saying?
that can do that
So
too.
the deal is you have to recondition yourself to say, is it about who did it or that it got done?
Talk to him.
That's what we have to recondition ourselves, because these are learned behaviors. Because I saw my mama do it and I saw my daddy do it, so we go into the relationship thinking that our spouse should do what we saw. And sometimes that can be an unhealthy and an unrealistic expectation. That's what I'm saying. That's why we have to be very careful at how we view things, right? I know some dudes that are straight up nerds, right? But they make enough money to still get everything that needs to be done. They just contract it out. Hey, you do this, you do that, and in my opinion,
I just look at what's the best use of my time. Like, why should I spend 2 hours out here burning up in this hot sun, getting my allergies aggravated, when I can pay somebody to come do 7 to 8? I'm just saying, though, it's what's the best use of my time.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with paying people to do that.
Right.
But I will tell you, there is something attractive about a man that can fix
Little stuff I'll attempt. Little stuff I will attempt.
He said I'll attempt.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not a handyman type person.
Right.
I'm a creative, I'm a producer and all this other type of stuff. But when it comes to doing like manual stuff like that, I ain't had no daddy to show me how to do nothing in the house.
And bring it all
Can
back
you do
full
anything
circle.
on the car? Can you change the tire?
But listen to that.
Not on that damn Beamer, but
Listen to that
On the other
expectation,
side.
though.
I just asked.
No, I know that you're asking,
just
but
asked.
here's what you said before that question. You said there is something attractive though
There is.
about a
There
man
is
that
a
can
quality.
And I
stuff.
get down there and put floors down with you and do carpets with you and all this other
You
type
better
of
start
stuff.
YouTubing, man.
But no, what I'm saying is this.
Jeff, are you a handyman?
Sometimes
I'm a handyman,
it's
but I
better to
still
call somebody to know what they're
contract out a lot
doing
of
than
stuff.
you
Oh,
go
yeah.
in there and mess up your damn
No,
self and
no.
cost yourself more money in the first
But
place.
I think
Now,
that
why don't y'all read instructions? Because I don't care what
Pride.
we buy. You every time.
Pride.
Because
Yeah,
all
that's-
men had Legos.
Yeah, that's
All
pride.
men had Legos,
That's
and
a
when you get
pride
this
thing.
furniture thing, it's just like putting together some Lego. Bro, put
But
your leg
let's go
right
back.
there, put this
Can
right
we
here.
Can we
Boom,
go
boom, boom.
full circle though?
If you don't
But-
use all the
Go ahead, Joe.
But can we just go full circle though? All right. So beginning this conversation, we talked about those 5,
Okay.
the Fab 5, the starting 5. That's what you got other 4 friends for. Call one of them.
Mr. Non-committed.
Yeah, man. You got a
Ladies and
handyman
gentlemen,
friend.
look,
You got a
it
handyman
has
friend.
been an awesome,
my
awesome,
goodness.
awesome show, and trust me, it's gonna be a relationship number 3. we ain't
is
solved nothing
hilarious.
today.
They ain't ready for
But-
my
we
truth.
have solved something today. It's just
We
a matter
solved
of
a
what
lot.
people really want to take home.
Yeah, they want the truth.
Well, let's go ahead and unpack and wrap this thing up with final thoughts. If you could just give us 3 tips on what it would take or what it takes nowadays to have a successful, healthy relationship with either your husband, your side chick, or just being an adult relationship
Why I gotta ask
all together.
I think tip number 1 is to honestly sit down with your significant other and discuss and communicate what your expectations are for
Okay.
that relationship.
I like that.
Tip number 2, I think you should establish the principles and morals by which your relationship will be governed by. Right? Because I'm telling you now, any relationship without principles and morals, it is going to fail. Right?
Okay.
And the third tip is please understand that you cannot stay the same person you were at the beginning throughout the entire relationship. You will have to change
Okay.
in some area. And I'm talking about change for the better. I'm not saying, you
Be
just,
more of an asshole.
yeah, I'm saying you must change for the better.
No, I got
Change,
Have to go.
having communicate about what your expectations are, and then set some governing rules and morals that will govern your relationship. Because that way, when you're angry, like she said something earlier, she said you should never go to bed angry. That's true. You shouldn't go to bed angry because then you're gonna wake up tomorrow neglecting stuff you're supposed to do because you're still angry, right? So yeah, you
guilty of that one.
resolve that thing, and even if you have to take a break from the conversation, but in that break, go back and self-analyze. Like what could I have said or done differently to make
I do
the
that a lot,
situation
though.
better?
I do that. I don't know about nobody else.
Going to the
Mr.
strip
Perfect over
club.
here.
Going to the strip club is not resolving your issue. I need to take a
First
break
of
and go
all-
to the strip club.
First of all,
I don't know how y'all do this.
First of all, let's clear the air with this one. All right. I done been to the cheetah twice. And both times I was with my ex-wife when I went.
I know
So don't even
the
come
owner
at me
of
with
Cheetah.
that.
And
I don't
ain't nothing
need no
wrong with
strip
it.
club and I don't like strippers. Mr. Tipper over there. What's your final thoughts
First
of
of
the
all,
day?
they know I don't tip. That's why they know I don't tip. I
He
go
don't
out.
tip, but I'll
Who
take
like
him to
going
McDonald's.
Yes.
Who like going to McDonald's after a long night of stripping?
A man that goes to McDonald's, you know he
She
ain't going
want
to
a
no strip
cheeseburger
club.
or Lysol,
You know
and you know
he
it.
ain't tipping. Oh, my
Final thoughts.
My final thoughts. Agreeing with my voice box over there about communication. Jimmy is right on point with that. I think communications, real expectations, and being honest with the truth. I mean, be true to yourself, first of all, because a lot of people aren't true to themselves. Just be honest with yourself. And then you can be honest with others whether they like it or not, Lisa.
There you go.
Lisa, final thoughts.
Okay, my final thoughts. This has been a very stimulating conversation. My final thoughts are that there are qualities that we all have that we have to recognize there are better ways of. Like you said, is there a difference between taking control or being controlling? Mm-hmm. And it is worth, self-reflecting on that. I also think that it's important to respect whatever someone is bringing to the relationship and give it value.
Yes.
Give it value.
I like that.
So, if that means making him feel good because he's a great provider and a great father, give him those positive strokes and don't look at it like it's a chore.
Yeah, because your last two were busters.
Right. Okay, and if it means to her, telling her she looks beautiful or telling her that you love her or even just bringing home some flowers and it's not her birthday or her anniversary.
Or you haven't done anything wrong.
Right, just doing it because it's something thoughtful.
I do that. So...
It's just something thoughtful.
Yeah.
And I think we all appreciate that, whether we're men or whether we're women.
Oh, yeah. And can somebody pray for KC? Can somebody just pray?
Kevin, did anybody put yes? Did anybody put yes in those comments?
You see, he put the phone up. You see, he put the phone up.
We stopped looking at those.
Don't worry about it. I am going to Instagram as soon as I walk out of here.
Seriously, to wrap the show, I think communication is key, and definitely you need to sit down and have this conversation of this is what our relationship. This is what I want out of this relationship. This is what I want it to look like. And I think a lot of the problems and the headaches that you have in marriages and all this other type of stuff is assume this is what a wife is, so this is what the wife is going to do. And we hadn't expressly sit down and say it. Hey, I'm gonna handle this part. You gonna handle this part. There's some women out there, like you say, don't cook. And it's fine with the person that she get with if he like to cook. You see what I'm saying? So I think once again it always falls back on communication is key. Talking to your partner and being able to fulfill each other's needs and being honest about what you need.
Yeah, and I got one last tip. If you ever out with me, wear a hat, some shades, because this sun shines, baby. It shines.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much. It has been another awesome episode of the #1 rated business show. Thank you so much to our guest, Mr. Jimmy Rogers.
Thank you guys. I enjoyed it.
And Miss Lisa.
And thank you so much for the millionaire maker herself, Miss Lisa Nicole Cloud. And Jeff's here. But we will see y'all very, very soon. Thank y'all so much. Make sure everyone stays tuned in for relationship episode number 3. Because it seems like we got a lot more to discuss.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
We got some other stuff to talk about too, right? Business topics.
Mr. Producer.
Entertainment topics.
Can the people see that couch over there?
Stay tuned.
Because one of these episodes, we're going to have Kevin over there.
Yeah, Casey need to be on that couch for real.
I want to give you guys a teaser of what's coming, so stay tuned, stay connected. It's been a pleasure.
Ask your people, do they want to see your episode with Kevin on the couch and we're just helping
him?
He
was crying.
We out.